What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. And this one, I'm going to be continuing to show you how to make the neighbor case house. This is part 8, and in this one, we're going to be just doing this foyer room. It takes a while. And yeah, that's, again, literally it. Hopefully, we'll be able to do more rooms later, but then one in a part, I guess. And anyway, yeah, with that being said, enjoy the tutorial, and I will catch you on the flip side. Alright, so it's time to start with the interior. You're going to need the following to begin here. Yellow terracotta, smooth quartz blocks, dark oak door, birch door, dark oak fence gates, dark oak stairs, dark oak slabs, dark oak planks, and we'll go stripped spruce wood. So if you head inside your build, the first thing you want to do is, well, we don't have one on that side, but you should have a quartz pillar to the, if you look towards the front like this, you should have a quartz pillar to your right here on this wall. Basically, the walls are very nicely lined up here in general, to where we have a lot of like quartz pillar rows and stuff that are actual walls. I think that one's also a wall, and that one might be. That one's not, as far as I'm aware, though. But so if you're looking at this, you're going to basically take the second block over from either like side window next to the door. So you see it'll be the quartz pillar on the right. And the left, it'll just be this inner corner, and you'll extend the bottom here, the brick, back with a yellow terracotta. Then a smooth quartz block. And then we're going to go with 5 yellow terracotta. Just so we don't have to count all the way back and figure out the odd shape of yellow that goes further back. Because it isn't actually the walls of this room that this ends up connecting into more, so you'll see what I mean later. You'll take the back of those 5 yellow terracottas and extend them in with 5 dark oak planks. So you see it'll line up just inside of the window by a block, if that's important at all. You'll then extend that particular end dark oak plank on both sides back with 8 smooth quartz blocks. On that 8th block, you'll place birch doors, and the handle should face towards the front of the build. On only the 8th one there. Bring that smooth quartz row back an additional 1. And then from the right side, you'll go, which is, if you're looking from the front this time, you'll go from the right in by 3, and on that 3rd one, you'll place a dark oak door with the handle facing right. And then you should be able to connect right. I think it's 8 smooth quartz here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. And that'll be the size of your lobby, or the, I guess, foyer. It looks a little smaller than it actually is, which I guess is a little bit helpful. You'll see why I say it's helpful later. You want to basically connect the yellow terracotta sidewalls and that smooth quartz back wall together at like points. So I'll bring the yellow terracotta back. And the corner wants to be yellow terracotta here, so you'll bring that all the way back again. And then when you bring the smooth quartz over, it should just connect it. That's still not quite the size, but that's the size of the lower level at least in full. If you take the smooth quartz block to the right here, these front singular dots, this right one, you'll place a birch door on it with the handle facing right if you're looking at it, or towards the front. On the left, you're going to crouch and place 2 dark oak fence gates. We can get the floor out of the way because it's the worst part of this entire build. Not really. It's going to be basically a checkerboard pattern or strip spruce wood. If you guys watched Indigo Park's Let's Build, I would have done that in this, or would have done this and that. Basically, you're placing strip spruce wood and each block is facing a different direction. So basically, I'm going to start from the corner here, place strip spruce facing forward, then sideways, then forward, then sideways, then forward, then sideways, then forward, then sideways, etc. The best way I like to do this generally is just kind of like start placing them in a diagonal like this. This also works well with checkerboard patterns. And just make sure you switch directions each time you go to the next diagonal, and again, just like working infinitely. One thing you want to keep in mind, you'll know if it ends up wrong at any point because it'll just look obviously off, but you never want 2 of the same direction touching except for on a diagonal corner, and you That's it, really, actually. And yeah, hopefully everyone is having a good day or night. I am for the most part. This floor pattern is used a lot, I think, in this build. Mainly bottom 2 floors. I feel like after those, it kind of just dies off. But I don't remember. You also do want to... What am I kicking? I don't know what I'm kicking. You want to do the same thing in the little, like, rectangle smooth quartz rooms. Here, make sure the pattern would kind of logically line up if you were to drag it through. Not really a huge deal because you can't notice anyway, but like you see here, how this one's forward facing, where the doorway is, it'd be facing sideways, and then here it'd be forward again. And yeah, I think that's the only thing that's important for these. Overall, though, it's just kind of time consuming. Not really hard. Sometimes it is confusing, but I don't know. Maybe to me these patterns aren't that bad because I've done them a million times. You know, after a while, it's like, yeah, no, just average run-of-the-mill Minecraft patterns. It's definitely more complicated than checkerboard pattern. Because it's kind of easier to mess up, I think, and not notice. But again, I think eventually at some point you will be like, that doesn't look right. And then end up fixing it inevitably. Anyway, almost there. Hopefully. I don't really know. So yeah, try not to look at the spacing we have here. It's a lot. Hopefully it'll close off quickly, especially as we do these first couple of rooms, which are very big. And then after that, it ends up shrinking. You could also like build it on a diagonal like this. There's really a lot of ways you can do it. I'd honestly kind of just play around and see whichever way you think. Because like you can do it on a diagonal, you could just do what I was doing earlier, which was like this kind of... Because you can always place those off of like a wall or something and then just place the next one. At least usually. Anyway, you should have this. Each yellow terracotta you want to bring up by 11. That's splendid. If you're here on the side and you're like, okay, are you serious with this? The corner one you actually don't need to replace. So just leave the placeholder there if you have that issue. We're gonna worry about it later. Also, do bring the doors up with yellow terracotta or the dark oak fence gates. The one door or the dark oak fence gate row. Because we're not bringing up the smooth core, so that one doesn't technically count yet. Yawn. I guess I'm tired. It's good to know. I'm a little bit. I don't know why. It's 3 p.m. on a Thursday. Had to think about that one. I like try to go outside, you know, like stand out in the sun. Not just stand out in the sun, but you know, be out in the sun. And it just made me more tired, I think. I don't know why. So, you know, that didn't exactly do what I wanted, but you know, it is what it is. Anyway, you should have this. Let's build the staircases. So if you take these rows of dark oak planks in the floor, I want to specifically take the outermost one on both sides, and you'll see more so why later. You want to place a dark oak stair on it. Well, it'll just be easier anyway. You'll then go up diagonally back with a slab. Back with a plank. Up diagonally back with a stair. I just broke everything because I had an itch. That's good. Then up diagonally back with a slab. Back with a plank. Up diagonally back with a stair. Up diagonally back with a slab. And then you'll just go back with a plank, and that's where it'll end. So that's the shape of your stairs. These stairs are going to be used, I think, throughout this entire build. I know it's a generally weird pattern, but it gives you a better incline for a situation like this, hence why I use it. But, yeah. You want to bring the stairs and slabs in by 4. Or 3, excuse me, not 4. There should be a total of 4. It'll make sense in a minute. I know it's kind of weird, but... And then you'll bring each plank in by the aforementioned 4 for real this time. There'll be a block further, and again, you'll just have to trust the process. Just like so. At the end of these stairs and slabs rows, you'll place stairs that are going to face to the, like, outside. So you see on this side here, they're facing. On the right, they face right. On the left, they face left. Basically, is, I guess, all you need to know. And yeah. It should give you this. You can get rid of your dark oak doors and get out dark oak trap doors, and on each like outermost plank you're going to place a dark oak trap door open to the inside, or I guess innermost plank, technically. Like so, and that'll give you railings. Again, get used to making these because we'll make them a lot. The smooth quartz you'll either bring up until it's, I guess including the doors here as well, either bring it up until it's hitting the dark oak, or just up by 5 rows. Which would be this back row. Will be brought up by 5. Can you get out of my way, please? I guess the dark oak door is included then. Forgot it was there. Yep, that's the basement door. I didn't make anything in the basement door because, I mean, technically I guess you can see it, but I just didn't add it because I didn't add it in any other house, so I didn't really think about it anyway. What is the next step? So you can get rid of your dark oak trap doors and dark oak fence gates and get out dark oak wood. It's just all dark oak and dark oak fences. I guess we have strip spruce wood though rather than strip dark oak, so there's something. Behind, or I guess on top of this back row of smooth quartz, you're going to place a row of dark oak wood facing left to right. On top of any block that isn't directly behind a dark oak plank, these dark oak woods, you'll place dark oak fences. Also behind this row of dark oak wood, you're going to place 5 more of the strip spruce kind of checkerboard floor pattern. So, oh my god, 1 row, 2 rows, 3 rows, 4 rows, 5 rows. And you see I just built it on a diagonal, so I placed 1 and then off the side to be sideways, then off that forward, etc. You can kind of see the direction they face. And then that literally just allows me to start from, or just, you know, go from there and be able to place directly off of it until the whole area is filled in. Nice. How are we looking on time right now? Further in than I'd probably like, but guess it's also not the end of the world, so... Unless it is, I don't know, I could be wrong. Yeah, no, 13 minutes in. I'm just like, I'm thinking about that too now, because like, this, with how long the exterior took, imagine the interior for this as we do it, actually. Like, I've got a feeling this will take a little bit longer than I'd prefer. Although I guess it took a while to make originally, so again, I should expect that, but I didn't feel like it was that bad, I don't know. But also, I guess you kind of lose track of it when you're building both the interior and exterior at the same time, the difference between the lengths of them, and really how much each is. Anyway. On the left side, going just immediately back from the yellow terracotta, in line with the strip spruce wood, you'll place 2 smooth quartz blocks, and then 4 yellow terracotta. On the other side, it's just 6 yellow terracotta in line with that floor. At the back, you'll bring either yellow terracotta in by 2, these back ones, then place a smooth quartz block and just connect those together with more yellow terracotta. On either of these singular smooth quartz blocks, you'll place birch doors with the handle facing left. I've got a feeling this lobby's, I think it's very similar in Return of the Guest, so if I end up making that one, you know, that'll be something. You'll extend each yellow terracotta here up by what should be 5 rows until it's the same height as the front wall. The one thing is you're going over birch doors, but that's not actually the only thing. This 2-block area, you want to connect the top 3 rows of yellow terracotta to give you, for now, a 2x2. It'll end up being a 2 by 1.5, but we're not there yet, so we're not worried about that. Oh my goodness gracious. Yawn moment. Anyway. You should end up with this. I feel like getting the ceiling out of the way might not be a bad idea. Yeah. Clear your inventory, I suppose, and you need 3 things. You need oak planks, smooth quartz slabs, dark oak slabs. I actually lied. We'll get out block of coal as well to mark that. So if you start from the front, above each of the 3 windows, you want to place oak planks on the yellow terracotta above them, and these oak planks will extend one off the left and right an additional block. Here where you have the blue concrete powder, you're just going to have to hope and pray. I didn't hope and pray enough. Ooh, that's a lot of blue concrete powder. If you end up breaking under it and the blue concrete powder, you know, gets disintegrated, you can just come outside and see, huh, yeah, no, that's not supposed to be like that. So just refill it in. These 2 are fine, though, and I don't think we'll have that problem again. No, I guess we might in the next room over. Maybe. I don't know. Well, we'll probably will, because I think the pattern goes front to back, so... We'll see. Starting from the left and or the right, doesn't matter. You want to place an upside down smooth quartz slab extending over. Then an upside down dark oak slab. Then 2 upside down smooth quartz. Dark oak, still all upside down. 2 smooth quartz. Dark oak. 2 smooth quartz, dark oak, etc., etc. You want to keep that going, and you should end on 1 smooth quartz. And you'll bring this all the way, either backwards or forwards, with these slabs, this pattern, until you fill in the entire ceiling. Get used to this pattern as well, because this one is here for everything. I really wish it wasn't, honestly. Like, I prefer the blank ceilings. It looks better this way. But I prefer the blank ceilings. Because, like, you know, easy to place is more important to me, I guess. Especially in Minecraft. Well, not always. I guess when you come tutorial, yes. But when I'm doing an original build, I really don't care. Like, I will make the details look exactly as I need. But again, when I'm in this situation, it's like, oh, why did I do it like that? That's going to take me 5 minutes to make a fan. FNAF reference, pretty much. Glad I kind of grew out of that. I like that fan design overall, don't get me wrong, but I'm glad I'm not doing that really as much. Anyway, you should have this. There's a singular block of coal, and the way we're going to mark this in the ceiling is using a couple things around us. So, you want to be in line with, on the staircases, the 2nd row back, which is this row of slabs. On the front wall, you're going to be in line with the middle of the 3 windows, and you're just going to be right of it. And it should be this row of upside down dark oak slabs on the ceiling. You'll notice you have 3 to your left and 3 to your right. It'll break the block you should be in line with and place a block of coal in its spot. And you see again, 2nd one back, and whatever. Clear your inventory again and get out the following. Chains. Bamboo fence. Oak fence. Oak fence gates. White candles. Flint and steel, or something to light them with, I don't really care. Oak trap doors, I guess fire charges are your only other option. And we'll go blue banners. And we can get the paintings out of the way, because I feel like we might as well. That is caps lock, not shift. So, off of this block of coal on the ceiling, you want to place 2 chains extending down and then a bamboo fence. Going off each side of that fence, you're going to place oak fence gates that are sticking out of it. Not like that, like this. Which will look like my fan design that I've been doing recently, if you've seen that. In each corner, you can actually crouch and place off of the oak fence gates oak fences, which will kind of give you this look. Crouch and place off of each oak fence gate. You actually can't off the fence gates, but you can off the fences. You want white candles, so you might have to destroy the fences, or you could do a /set block command. So your 2 options are destroy it, place an oak fence, white candle, break it, replace the oak fence gate. Or if you stand on it and do /set block, tilde, 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 white, underscore candle, it'll throw it down there. Can you make them on fire when you do that? Yeah, you can. I'll just make that one. Actually, I'll make these 2 lit. Because it's funny. Anyway, you do want to turn them all on, as in set them all on fire. Or ignite them, whichever. Underneath each oak fence gate, you want to crouch and place an oak trap door. Preferably not throwing it on the ground. That really isn't the idea, but I guess you still could. Where? Oh, there. That's your chandelier. I think that appears again. I don't remember. I feel like it appears in the next room we'll do. Off of each window, you have the exact same thing, actually. That's really good. Coming down from the oak plank rows, you want to take the left and right row of glass panes and place 3 blue banners extending down, just off of the top 3 panes. On the row of yellow terracotta on the sides, I believe you want to go down with 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, you want to go down with 8 blue banners, which will basically just mean that you're 1 block off the floor with the banners, the distance the banners droop down rather than the actual banners themselves. You'd be 2 off the ground with the actual banners, I guess. It'll look like this, basically. So we can do paintings, as I mentioned. There's like 100 million paintings in this room. Yup, that's a number right there. A realist number that's out there. We'll start with the left wall, and I'm going to kind of go through this fairly quickly because, again, I don't really think you should have the exact painting setup as me, but just to get the general idea. You'll take the birch door at the front, and you'll count up by 3, and you want a 1 by 1 here. Okay, do I have to break those? I hope that if I do that... Nope, okay, I do have to break, yeah. So sorry. Everything's been out of order, that's good. You'll then count left by 3 and down by 1, and you want a 2 by 2 painting there. That's not a 2 by 2. That's a 2 by 2. Down diagonally left, you want a 1 by 1. Up diagonally left, a 1 by 2. Then from the first painting you placed, you'll count up 3 and you'll have another 1 by 1 here. Down diagonally left, another 1 by 1. Count left 2 and up 1, and you want a 2 by 2, and that is not a 2 by 2. Down diagonally left, 1 by 1. Then up diagonally left twice with 1 by 1s. Then from the center of those 3, you'll go down diagonally left 2 with 1 by 1s. I don't know why I'm using banners. And then from that bottom one, you'll count left 3, up 1. You want a 1 by 1. From that one, you'll count left 2, up 1. You want another 1 by 1. From there, you'll go up diagonally right by 1, and there's a 1 by 1. Then you'll count up 1 and left by 5. And you want a 1 by 1 there. On the back wall, there's less, but still a lot. From the right door heading left, you'll take the top half of the door and count left by 3. And on this particular block, you want to place a 2 by 2. Count left 2 and up 2, and you'll place a 1 by 1 there. Down diagonally left, another 1 by 1. Count left 3 and up by 1 and a 1 by 1. Count left 2 and down 1, and then a 2 by 2. I knew you were going to do that. Left by 1, 1 by 1. Up diagonally left, 1 by 1 is what? Why? I just inverted that. That's crazy. Then you'll count down diagonally left by 2, and you'll place a 2 by 2 off of this block. Wow, that's the same one I have. That one's the same. That one's the same. I think that's it. There might be some over there, but I'm not checking all those. On the left wall, if you take the 2 by 2 hole here, from the top left of it actually, you'll count up diagonally left by 1 and place a 1 by 1. Extend this left and then down with more 1 by 1s. And then from the top left one of those 3, you'll count left by 2 and you'll place another 1 there. From that one, you'll count left 1, down 2, another 1. Then you'll have 1 down diagonally left. That actually works. Then you'll count left 3 and up by 1, and you'll have 1 here. And then down to left 1, painting there. Count left 2, painting there. count left 2 and up 1, painting there. And then count down 2 and left 1 and painting there. And that's all the paintings in this room. Done and dusted. Actually, I lied. There's 2 more. 3 more. Any other takers? No, okay. On the front wall, from the door, you're counting right 2 and up by 1, and you have a painting there. That's a 1 by 1. On the back wall, where you have the dark oak door, you want to be on the second smooth quartz above it, and you'll have a 1 by 1 there. Good to know chains work. Not that they wouldn't, but would chains like this work? No. Huh. It's actually kind of nice. From the door on the right here, this bottom right smooth quartz, you'll count left 2 and up by 1, and you'll place another one there. I think that's a good point to clear our inventory, no? Yeah, it's good. Let's do under the stairs, because I know if I don't, I'm going to forget. So you want to get out the following. Dark oak stairs, dark oak slabs, dark oak planks, spruce slabs, spruce signs, beehives, acacia stairs, acacia planks, and we'll go acacia trapdoors. We'll do a little bit of a like mid thing switch here, but that's fine. Underneath each of these staircases, you want to take the far end. And so if you take we'll take the smooth quartz wall, not that it matters which one. You want to count to the 6th block down, so 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and you'll place a row of upside down dark oak stairs there. I'll do that on both sides right now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, row of stairs. You'll then go up diagonally towards you with a row of planks, and then towards you with a row of upside down slabs. Then up diagonally towards you with upside down stairs, and then up diagonally towards you with planks. Towards you with a row of upside down slabs, and then up diagonally towards you with a row of upside down dark oak stairs that should still face into the wall, and that'll give you the underside. Same kind of pattern in general, just not quite lined up perfectly. I think later they do end up getting lined up perfectly, but with this one I didn't know what I was doing because I was just like so lost in the sauce. But yeah. Make sure you're under the left staircase because we're going to start here. If you are directly like across from the door in this corner, you're placing a spruce plank just made out of slabs with a spruce sign off the right. From that, count up 2 and then left by 1 and place a spruce slab here. On the floor from the block, I guess the sign is like on, which is this one, you want to count left by 3 and place a beehive. That's that one. Heading across to the opposite one in this very corner, you're going to break these strips spruce wood and place an acacia plank. On top of it, you want an upside down acacia stair facing towards you with an acacia trapdoor open against the right. Get rid of the 3 acacia things along with your spruce signs and get out pale oak slabs, warped signs, and polished deep slate slabs. I want to get those out of the way. Is that it? We can get out the acacia buttons as well. Might as well. Off of the upside down stair, you'll place a warp sign like so. You'll count up from that by 2 and place a pale oak slab and extend it right by 1. From this point, you can leave that one and you can head to the dark oak door here. Count towards you from it by 3 and then right by 2 and you'll place a beehive. Is that the only other one? Nope, there's one there. Between the right 2 windows, if you're up against the wall, you're going to be highlighting this strip spruce. Wow, that one's messed up. It's fine. You want to count back by 3 and place a beehive. I do want to fix that, though. Nice. I don't think I needed another beehive, though. Nope, there's no one up there, so... You can actually get rid of your beehives and get out a glow item frame, because as we come up here to the balcony above, you want to be between these two well, I guess I don't want to use the paintings. If you take the rightmost dark oak fence, we'll say that. You want to count back by 3 and left by 4. Place a spruce plank out of your slabs with a glow item frame off the right. Both the birch doors up here left of the top half of them, you'll place an acacia button. On the left wall here, this 2x2 gap, you'll place upside down polished deep slate slabs at the top. From the right row, you'll count to the second yellow terracotta above and place an upside down pale oak slab, which is brought right by 1. Down next to the dark oak fence gate, you'll have an acacia button left of the top of them. I don't believe there's one on that door. I don't have one on that door, but I could be wrong. There is one to the right of the front door if you're looking at it, though, like so. Clear your inventory while we're really just going to finish this room, and get out the following now. Netherrack or something to light on fire. Netherrack is just preferred. Flint and steel, or again fire charges, doesn't really matter. Stripped mangrove wood. Mangrove stairs. Polished deep slate stairs. Cobbled deep slate. Chains. Mangrove slabs. And we'll go waxed exposed copper trap doors. So before we do anything, go into your Minecraft game settings, and I want you to scroll down until you see world options here, and you see I have friendly fire, show coordinates, whatever. 4th one down should be fire spreads. Make sure this is ticked to the left, like I have it. If it is this way, everything's going to burn down. If I leave that on for too long, it's going to start burning the prop house, I guess I'll call it. So yeah, you want to make sure that is that direction. Alternatively, you can do /game rule. Do fire tick false. And as you can see, again, if I just check this, it'll still be left since I have it that direction. And that is the correct way anyway. Just so your house doesn't burn down on you. From the dark oak door to the left, you want to count right by 2 and place a row of 5 strip mangrove wood extending up. Leave a gap of 2 moving right into the same thing. On top of either row, you'll place a mangrove slab. And what you can do is off of the bottom 2 strip mangrove wood, you'll place waxed exposed copper trapdoors extending out that are open towards the center of that. Connecting the top 2 together, you'll place polished deep slate stairs. And you really don't need anything behind them. I don't actually have anything behind them. I just have a gap since you can't really see anyway. But what you want to do is the floor below them you want to replace with cobbled deep slate and then have chains on the cobbled deep slate. Like so. Behind this row of cobbled deep slate, you'll place a row of netherrack in the floor with that is lit on fire. Above the polished deep slate stairs a row, but in the strip mangrove here, you want to place a set of mangrove stairs facing forward. Above it, set of upside down mangrove stairs. Clear your inventory and get out the following. Mangrove fence gates. Mangrove signs. Bricks. And for, well, I guess skeleton skull, actually, I forgot that was there. And for the next part, you want white carpet, light gray carpet, white wool, light gray wool, and we'll go with the waxed, weathered cut copper stairs. Above these upside down mangrove stairs here, you're just going to go all the way up to the ceiling with bricks, also breaking through said ceiling. Nice. Where you have the mangrove slabs over the strip mangrove rows here on the side. The top strip mangrove, you'll place a mangrove sign off of on either side. In between them, you'll place mangrove fence gates open into the wall. Or into the brick, I guess. On top of the left polished deep slate stair, you'll place a skeleton skull facing back into the stairs. Doesn't have to face backwards necessarily, that's just so you don't see the face of it. Extending out from the dark oak door, you want to do alternating light gray and white carpets. I'll start with light gray here. Until you are 3 blocks away from the front door. You should be in line with it, yes, and you should end on a white. You'll extend this left and right an additional row. That is not the shape I meant to make. It's so close yet so far. Nice. To the left of this, if you take the staircase, you'll take the third smooth quartz black back and place a waxed weathered cut copper stair facing back. Behind it, you'll have 2 upside down stairs facing right and then 1 facing forward. You want to take the row of dark oak fences here at the top balcony. You'll take not the rightmost one, but 1 to the left. You'll count back by 2 and you'll break 2 strips spruce, and then you want to break this row all the way left until you stick 1 over the fence on this side. Of course, it's off center of the block. Why wouldn't it be? Just like so. Fill this in with alternating stripes of white and light gray wool going all the way through. It should end and start with white, ideally, although it doesn't really matter. It could be either or. From this point, you can clear your inventory, and we can start finishing off areas of this room. Finally, get out the following: birch stairs, birch trap doors, oak slabs, brown carpet, spruce planks, item frame, clock, and we'll go oak stairs and oak slab. Just debating if I wanted to do that yet. So up here on this little balcony, actually we already have oak slabs. Frick. We can get out, what is that? Orange, I think, glazed terracotta? I have to check what color. Yes, it is orange. You want to head up to the back balcony wall anyway. So, from where the spruce stair is, or spruce plank here is, you want to directly behind it, or I guess against the wall behind it, you'll place a birch stair, facing forward. Extend that left by 1, and then bring either of those up with birch trap doors open against the wall. Then extend these stairs themselves out an additional block on either side, or with stairs facing inwards, like so. To the right, you'll leave a gap of 1 and place an upside down oak slab with a brown carpet on top. Jump over the railing, although not quite, and you want to be to the right of the fireplace, and you should have 3 blocks. The center top smooth quartz you'll break along with the one below it and replace them with spruce planks. Off the top spruce plank, you'll place an item frame with a clock in it. Speaking of item frames and clocks, you want to head to the left side where you have the dark oak fence gates, and to the right of the top one, if you're looking at it, you'll place the item frame with the clock in it again. These are so they would open in theory, but obviously there's no actual redstone to do that. You can just do that and walk through. If you're playing this in like a setting with somebody, then obviously make sure that's different. Yeah. I also don't have key cards and stuff because that would have taken so much more effort to build that way if I had to go through every single key card door to check. Anyway, behind the front door, you want to break this strip spruce wood and replace it with an orange glazed terracotta. Direction really doesn't matter. I have it facing that way on the original, where the flower is the front right. To the right of that, you want to leave a gap of 1 and place an upside down oak stair facing left. Left of that, an upside down oak slab, and then an upside down oak stair facing right. Final set of materials, maybe? Probably not, but maybe. So clear your inventory and get out acacia planks, acacia stairs, acacia trap doors, warp sign, pale oak slabs. Yeah, it won't be the final set. There'll be one more at least. warped button. You want waxed copper trapdoor, waxed weathered copper trapdoor, and I don't really think there's anything else that would make sense, so we're just going to leave it that, sure. Direct your attention to the front wall, so look at it from the back like so. The second block to the right of the door, you'll break the strip spruce in the floor and place an acacia plank. On top of it, an upside down acacia stair facing towards you, with a warp sign off the front of it. Off the side, you'll place acacia trapdoors open up against it. Left of the door, you want to take the... Actually, I'll take the yellow terracotta above the door. I think that makes the most sense. And then I'll count up diagonally left by 1 and place 2 upside down pale oak slabs extending left. From the left slab, I'll count up by 4 and I'll place a waxed copper trapdoor open up against the wall here. Count right by 2, warped button, up diagonally right by 1 and you'll place an upside down pale oak slab. And then up diagonally right again with a pale oak slab like so. From that top one, you'll count left by 3. Waxed weathered copper trapdoor open against the wall. Clear your inventory, and for the final set, you need the following. Red wool, yellow wool, cyan wool, lightning rods, spruce trapdoors, mangrove stairs, mangrove door, and mangrove signs. Perfect. Am I missing anything? I do want to check that first. I should be good, though. Yep. So, starting from the right staircase here, this, like, front left dark oak stair here, you want to count left by 5 and back by 1, and on this strip spruce wood, you'll place a yellow wool on the floor. Back diagonally, right, you want another yellow wool. Surround these yellow wools and red wools, making sure you don't add any extra blocks. You're just placing it directly off the sides of each yellow, like so. In the front left and back right-hand corners, you'll place cyan wools like so. On top of either yellow wool, you'll place a lightning rod, and you'll also place lightning rods on the other reds here to just create a 2x2 square of lightning rods. Place a spruce trapdoor on each lightning rod. And then from the front right of this table, you will count forward 2 and right by 1 and place a mangrove stair facing back. In front of it, mangrove door off of the back half of that block, I guess? So it's against the stair. Also off the sides of these stairs, you want mangrove signs. And yeah, once you have done that, ladies and gentlemen, that is Secret Neighbor Kiss Part 8 complete. I forgot what I was doing for a second there. Thank you guys if you guys did enjoy this video. I do apologize. I was kind of not a ton overall, but you know, I can't really do multiple rooms for these big ones, but as we get further on, we'll be able to do more, hopefully, in an episode or part. And yeah, hopefully it'll start to get finished fairly quick. I mean, that one room is probably the biggest. The library might be a little bit larger, but we'll see. I guess. Anyway, yeah, with that being said, have a fantastic rest of your day or night, and I will see you on the next one. Okay, I forgot about that. That's awkward. Peace.